I would say the most difficult thing wasn't so much the learning of the piano, because that's actually the part I found came quite naturally to me. It was more getting the industry to sit up and listen when I was first starting out, getting people to take me seriously, getting people to realise that, you know, I'm not here just as a gimmick. My name's McCarthy. I am a concert pianist and I'm a motivational speaker, but I've got a slight difference. I was born without my right hand. I didn't have really any musical inclination when I was a child. I had no interest in music. My parents weren't musicians. I wasn't from a musical family. So really the first time that I discovered music and classical music was at the age of 14, when my friend, who was an accomplished pianist, she was playing in my school assembly a piece of Beethoven, and I'd never heard anything like this before. You know, I'd never heard anything like this amazing sound she was able to create just with her 10 fingers. And I had one of those moments that you kind of hear about on Oprah and things like that, you know. I had that kind of wow moment where I really wanted to become a concert pianist. I think I'd be lying if I said I never faced any adversity through, one, having a disability, but two, also picking the career that I've picked. If talking about my career, the struggles that I've had there to do with my disability has been people and industry people not welcoming me with the open arms that maybe people would expect. I'm one of very, very few disabled artists in the classical music industry, and because I don't really fit into a box, a clear, kind of concise little box, I find that some industry people haven't really found where I sit or can't really get it. So that's probably been the biggest challenge as a professional pianist, to be able to go through that world and that landscape and trying to make people understand and think, well, actually, you know, there's this huge repertoire there for me to play in. It's by great master composers, and I've got one hand and they wrote for left hand alone, so I'm the perfect fit for it. Time kind of does a weird thing for me when I'm on stage and when I'm performing. It kind of stands still and speeds up at the same time. That's the only way I can describe it. I walk on stage and it's like, you know, 45-minute first half, and I walk on stage and within 3 seconds I'm back off again, and I'm like, I can't believe I've performed thousands and thousands of notes in 45 minutes, and now it's the interval, and now I've got another set to do. And so it kind of stands still because I lose myself on stage and I don't know where I go. I just get transported. But at the same time it speeds up, and it's a really strange thing, and I've never experienced anything in life like it other than me performing my music on stage. So I just adore it, and that's what keeps me doing what I do, you know, playing music, communicating through music, and meeting people, meeting fans, meeting new friends. It's really part of why I do what I do. I think I'm very lucky to be able to do what I love to do. But it's made even more special for me the fact that people message me on social media, or they email me, or whatever, or tell me to my face after a concert that I've inspired them to either start playing the piano again, or to, you know, they've had a stroke and they've thought they'd never be able to drive again, and just my story of my resilience that I've had to show to achieve what I've achieved has kind of inspired them to get back to driving. I've got thousands of stories that I could tell you, really, you know, emotional, heartfelt stories that people have shared with me, and it's all because of my music and because that I've shared my story with the world about, you know, anything really is possible. Of course it takes hard work, of course it's not easy, but I truly believe that anything is possible. And, you know, I mean, I'm a one-arm pianist, and that was what I wanted to do from the age of 14, and I did it. Sometimes I have to pinch myself, you know, and have to think, wow, I'm so grateful that I trusted my instinct when I was 14 years old. It would be very easy for me to see my friend play the piano in assembly, me be inspired, and then me shut that down. I'm not going to do it. I've got one arm, what's the point? What will people say? People will take the mick out of me. I chose to trust my gut instinct and went for it, and I am so, so thankful that I did. And if I inspire 1 million people, 10,000 people, 10 people, or one person, that just makes me so happy, and it makes my job so worthwhile. You know, it's more, it goes beyond the music for me. It's like touching people's lives, and that's what I love, and that's why I do it.